All right, we're going to continue on with the next rhythm using the Hey Soul Sister chords in the key of E. This next rhythm is basically what you're going to, it's technically not the rhythm of the song, but it's basically the hand motion is pretty much identical except half the speed. Um, but this is a really common rhythm in all types of music, and there's kind of different ways you can phrase it. Uh, but the basic idea is that we'll do this on a 4 beat measure, like this song here. It's in 4/4 times, so there's 4 beats per measure, and each chord gets the whole measure. So each chord's got 4 beats in it. So this will be a 4 beat pattern. So we can play this pattern, over each chord, and it'll fit nicely. And the pattern is basically this. I'll do this on an E chord. Uh, beat 1 is a quarter note, downstroke, and you miss on the way out. Beat 2 is 2/8 notes. Beat 3, quarter. Beat 4, 2/8. So just alternates, quarter, 2/8, quarter, 2/8, quarter, 2/8. Each beat's, the opposite one. So it starts off with a quarter note, eighth, quarter, eighth, quarter, eighth, quarter, eighth, quarter, eighth, quarter, eighth. Pretty simple rhythm, but very, very usable. I use this rhythm a lot, all the time. Works in a lot of different, you can swing it, you can play it straight and get all different kinds of flavors out of it. Works with lots of styles of music too. So it's a fairly basic rhythm, but very, very usable. It's definitely a legit rhythm that you'll use a lot. So let's take this. I'm going to leave the beat machine off for a little bit and just kind of play it at a slow, steady tempo. But actually, yeah, leave the beat machine off. So first 4 chords of the song once again, but using this 1, 2, and 3, 4, and changes chords 1, 2, and 3, 4, and that was a B chord. Goes to a C sharp minor chord. Alright, so let's try to keep that real slow, steady time. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So this rhythm, once you kind of get the swing of it, you can kind of let this one go on autopilot, and that's kind of what you want. Is you want to get comfortable with it, so where you don't really have to think about your hand, down, down, up, down, down, up. You want to get that motion. You can just mute the strings and practice it. So that's a rhythm that you'll use a lot. It's a very, very common rhythm. Now, Another thing you may notice, once you start getting into eighth notes, you have less and less time to switch to that next chord. And a number of those chord switches I was doing kind of got a little bit muddled at the beginning or end of the measure because I had to switch real quick and didn't quite get there real cleanly. So here's something you can do to cheat a little bit. And it doesn't work quite as well on a ukulele in the key of E. It works beautifully in the key of C. So if you're playing in the key of C, this works just great for a ukulele. But you can still kind of get away with it a little bit. So I'm going to first kind of show you what I would do if I was, here's the basic idea. So we got E going to a B chord, and I'm playing an eighth. Some kind of rhythm that uses eighth notes. In particular, one that ends, the last beat, beat 4, has an eighth note rhythm in it. So if I was doing quarter notes, I would have a little bit more time to switch. If I'm doing eighth notes, I have half as much time to get that hand switch. So I got to jump a lot quicker, or I could cheat. So here's what I'm going to do. So right on that fourth beat, when I come back up, I'm going to kind of start moving my hands, but I'm going to keep it muted. So when I hit it, I just get sort of this percussive sound. Yeah. So it kind of gives you a little bit extra second to move. Now, like if we were in the key of C, so I'm going to go from like a C chord to a G chord. It works so good in the key of C because I don't even have to mute it. I can just kind of let everything off. This, I guess you call it, what is this, like a C6? It's a C6 chord. It kind of works with the key of C, and it makes it sort of a nice passing tone. So if I'm going like from C chord, and that last one, I'm just going to let my hands off and strum an open note, go to the G chord, go back to C, and kind of do the same thing. That last one, just let off and let it go open. Kind of gives me a little transitional chord. Being dramatic with my left hand, but just to kind of show. I really don't want to move it that much, but just to kind of show that I'm cheating a little bit. But like I said, in certain keys, key of C works really well. Key of F, it works pretty well. And other keys that when you come off of it, those notes could really clash with it. Then again, could work pretty well. So for this, we're going to stop this video here. But so the idea here is just try to take that rhythm, put it over just the first 4 chords, E, B, C sharp minor, A, and you can play along with what I was playing. Put it on this video and just play along with it. Or if you have some kind of metronome, you could play along with that. Or, you could just, if you don't have any of those things, you don't always want to use a metronome or drum machine. You want to definitely use them sometimes. They'll help you out a lot. But it's also good just to work on your own time and try your best to keep it steady. Yeah. So if we come back next time, we're going to do some different chords, different rhythms, and we'll be getting to the entire song pretty soon.